Does your school have a counsellor? Have you ever wondered what they do? Have you ever thought of becoming one? Hello and welcome to Connected Minds podcast. In this episode we will discuss school counsellors' critical role in supporting students' mental health in schools. With the increasing prevalence of mental health issues among school-aged children and adolescents, the role of school counsellors has become more crucial than ever before. According to the National Alliance on Mental Illness, approximately 1 in 5 youth aged 13 to 18 experiences a major mental disorder at some point during their lifetime. These issues can significantly impact students' academic performance, social interactions, and overall well-being. In recent years, more people have come to understand the importance of schools addressing mental health concerns and supporting students who may be struggling. School counsellors are professionals trained to provide services and support to students, including addressing mental health concerns. School counsellors play a crucial role in enhancing the mental well-being of students and are typically the primary resource for those facing mental health challenges. In segment 1 of our podcast, we will discuss school counsellors' role in supporting students' mental health. School counsellors work with students in various ways, including individual counselling, group counselling, crisis interventions, and referrals. Furthermore, they offer a secure and confidential environment for students to address their worries and obtain assistance. One of the essential roles of school counsellors is to help students develop the skills and resilience necessary to navigate the challenges of adolescence successfully. In addition, they guide and support students as they make decisions about their future, including academic and career planning. In addition to these services, school counsellors also work with students on issues such as substance abuse, eating disorders, and relationship problems. They may also support students who have encountered trauma, abuse, or other significant life events that impact their mental health. As part of our discussion, we will be sharing personal anecdotes or experiences to illustrate the impact that school counselling can have on students. During difficult times, school counsellors offer students the necessary support and guidance to overcome obstacles and achieve academic success by providing them with helpful tools and resources. In conclusion, the role of school counsellors in supporting students' mental health is crucial. As the prevalence of mental health issues among school-aged children and adolescents continues to rise, the need for effective mental health services and support has become more pressing. School counsellors play a critical role in promoting positive mental health outcomes for students, providing a safe and confidential space to discuss their concerns and helping them develop the skills and resilience they need to succeed. Our goal is to increase awareness about the significance of mental health in schools and emphasise the crucial role that school counsellors play in addressing these issues. In segment 2 of our podcast, we will be discussing the state of mental health in schools. Mental health issues among school-aged children and adolescents have been on the rise in recent years, and it's crucial to understand the scope of the problem. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, 1 in 6 children aged 2 to 8 has a mental, behavioural or developmental disorder. In addition, the National Institute of Mental Health reports that approximately 20% of adolescents aged 13 to 18 experience a severe mental disorder at some point during their lifetime. Common mental health concerns that affect students include anxiety, depression, and suicide. The Anxiety and Depression Association of America reports that anxiety disorders are the most common mental illness in the United States, affecting approximately 40 million adults. The prevalence of anxiety disorders among students is particularly concerning, as it can significantly impact academic performance and social interactions. Depression is another common mental health concern among students, with an estimated 3 million adolescents aged 12 to 17 having had at least one major depressive episode in the past year. Depression can lead to feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and isolation, making it challenging for students to participate fully in school and other activities. Among adolescents aged 15 to 19, suicide is the third leading cause of death, with an estimated 4,600 deaths yearly. Suicide prevention efforts are critical, and schools must take a proactive approach to identifying and supporting students who may be at risk. Despite the plurality of mental health concerns among students, schools often face significant challenges in addressing these issues. One of the most significant challenges is stigma. Mental health concerns are often viewed as a sign of weakness or a personal failing, making it difficult for students to seek help or for schools to provide effective mental health services. In addition, schools may lack the resources and funding necessary to provide comprehensive mental health services. As a result, school counsellors may be overburdened, and there may be limited access to mental health professionals who can provide more specialised support. Another challenge is the lack of training and education among school staff on identifying and addressing mental health concerns. As a result, many teachers and administrators may not have the necessary knowledge or skills to recognise when a student is struggling and may not know how to respond effectively. The state of mental health in schools is concerning, with a growing prevalence of mental health concerns among students. Common mental health concerns include anxiety, depression and suicide. However, schools face significant challenges in addressing these issues, including stigma, lack of resources, and limited training and education among school staff. Therefore, schools must proactively promote positive mental health outcomes for students and provide effective support and services to struggling students. School counsellors are crucial in promoting positive mental health outcomes for students. They provide various services and programs that support students' emotional, social and academic well-being. In this segment, we will highlight how school counsellors can promote positive mental health outcomes for students and share examples of effective programs or initiatives that school counsellors have implemented to address mental health concerns. One way that school counsellors can promote positive mental health outcomes is through early intervention and prevention efforts. School counsellors can help prevent these concerns from escalating and impacting students' academic and personal lives by identifying students who may be struggling with mental health concerns and providing support and resources. For example, school counsellors can conduct mental health screenings to identify students at risk for depression or anxiety. They can also work with teachers, parents and other school staff to identify students exhibiting signs of mental health concerns. School counsellors can also support positive mental health outcomes by providing various services and programs. These services may include individual counselling, group counselling, crisis intervention, and referrals to outside resources. In individual counselling, school counsellors work with students one-on-one to address specific mental health concerns, such as anxiety or depression. Group counselling provides a safe and supportive environment for students to share their experiences and build relationships with peers. Crisis intervention services are available to support students in time of crisis, such as during a school shooting or natural disaster. Referrals to outside resources, such as mental health providers or community organisations, can also be provided to students who need additional support. Effective programs and initiatives that school counsellors have implemented to address mental health concerns include classroom-based programs that teach coping skills and stress management techniques, peer support groups. After-school programs offer students a secure and encouraging setting. Classroom-based programs can be implemented at various grade levels to teach students mindfulness and relaxation techniques, effective communication and stress management. In addition, peer support groups can provide students with a safe and supportive space to discuss their concerns and build relationships with others who are going through similar experiences. Finally, after-school programs can provide students with activities supporting positive mental health, such as art therapy, yoga, or sports. In addition to providing direct services and programs, school counsellors can also promote a positive school climate that supports students' mental health. For example, they can work with school administrators and staff to create policies and practices that promote mental health, such as reducing stigma around mental health concerns and providing mental health resources and support to all students. They can also collaborate with community organisations and mental health providers to connect students and families to additional resources and support. Now, let's acknowledge school counsellors' challenges in their roles. For example, school counsellors may be overburdened with limited time and resources to provide comprehensive support and services to all students. In addition, school counsellors may encounter obstacles such as stigma and inadequate backing from their colleagues and administrators. To support school counsellors, schools and communities can provide funding for mental health programmes and services, offer professional development opportunities for school counsellors, and establish partnerships with community organisations and mental health providers. By working together, schools and communities can create a more comprehensive and effective approach to supporting students' mental health. School counsellors have access to a variety of resources and organisations for additional support. Some of these resources include the American School Counsellor Association, the National Association of School Psychologists, local mental health providers, and advocacy groups. In conclusion, the role of school counsellors in promoting positive mental health outcomes for students is critical. School counsellors can prevent mental health issues from affecting students' lives by offering various services and programs that address their emotional, social, and academic needs. However, school counsellors may face significant challenges, and schools and communities must support their work. Therefore, we encourage listeners to learn more about school counselling and get involved in supporting mental health initiatives in their community. Thank you for tuning in to our podcast on mental health matters, the role of school counsellors. Kindly visit our website to learn more about this topic and access related resources.